Welcome to South Asia. This is Reddy, your presenter at South Asia Educational Channel, which brings fascinating information about this ancient civilization south of Karakoram Mountains, north of Kanyakumari. Today, I will discuss about Deccan, Hyderabad history, south of Vindhyas and Satpura mountains. Islamic imperialism in Deccan, established by the Bahmanis, consolidated by its splinter states and maintained supported by Mughal rule, later consolidated by Asafiya's Nizams, finally became subservient to British imperialism, which established after Carnatic Wars and Battle of Palasi and Battle of Buxar. The today's story is subservience of Islamic imperialism, Asafiya imperialism in Deccan, and the formal establishment of Sikindrabad military cantonment across Hussain Sagar Lake near Bolaram area. The Sipahi Salar, one of the many titles borne by the Nizams. Sipahi means Persian word soldiers, the armies. Salar means the leader, the head. Sipahi Salar, at the time Sikindar Jah, the Nizam III, Asaf Jah III. Sipahi Salar accept the British Salars, British soldiers, British contingent of the army, and the British residents, British leaders in Sikindrabad Contonement. That is, Sipahi Salar becomes subservient to Angrezi Salars, soldiers, after the establishment of Sikindrabad Contonement in the princely state of Hyderabad and Berar. That is the presentation story today. And what are we going to discuss today? Briefly about the Battle of Panipat III, Shah Alam's nominal reign, the tripartite context in Deccan between the Marathas and that is the Peshwa, Mysore kingdom of Hyder Ali and Tipu, and Nizams of Hyderabad, and intervention of British from Madras and Calcutta, and the French military general Monsieur Raymond and his departure, and Jansor Governor General Richard Wellesley succeeding him, and British contingent moves into Hyderabad at Sikindrabad at the time of Sikindar Jah. Sikindar Jah, who reigned from 1803 to 29, I think it's not 26, 29, and Joseph Francois Dupleix, who first initiated the subsidiary alliance in India. Later it was formalized by Richard Wellesley, the senior brother of Arthur Wellesley. That was the victor of Battle of Waterloo in 1813 against Napoleon Bonaparte in the lowland region at Waterloo in the southern part of Belgium in Europe. Sipahi Salar means general commander of an army. Sipahi is the soldiers, Salar is led. One of the many titles borne by Hyderabad Nizams, here Sikindar Jah, ruled from 1803 to 26. Subsidiary alliance was pioneered originally by Governor General of French East India Company at Pondicherry, Puducherry, on the Coromandel coast or Carnatic region south of Madras, north of Tanjore. Later it was formalized by Wellesley. Richard Wellesley, who was the Governor General of East India Company from 1798 to 1805. All this picture mostly from Wiki. And it is a subtle ring fence policy. We will discuss what is the ring fence policy. And Nizams of Hyderabad were the first to accept this humiliating, well thought of subsidiary alliance of British and become subservient to the British East India Company. British Army moved into Hyderabad state. A formal cantonment area was developed. The cantonment area was christened, named as Sikindrabad, honoring the ruler Sikindar Jah, Asaf III, the third the Nizam, Asaf. Finally, the leader of Islamic Sipahis swallows his pride, places himself under British Sipahis, Angrezi Sipahis, and British residents in Hyderabad, Deccan. That is in brief, the story we are going to talk about. Battle of Panipat 3 fought in 1763 between Afghan leader Ahmad Shah Abdali and Muslim Alis of North India, Rohilla Nawabs, Bangas Nawabs of Farrukhabad, and Suzaud-Dawla, and so on, decisively defeated the Maratha Empire. They were severely crushed. And Shah Alam Shani, Shah Alam II, was the nominal ruler of Delhi area. Delhi to Palam was his realm or the territory for nearly 45 years from 60 to 1806. After the defeat, the trouble for Marathas rised in Deccan. The Marathas' enemies, Hyderabad Nizams, started raising their head, seeing the decline in Maratha military might at Panipat. In the east, Kurukshetra plains of modern Haryana, west of Yamuna river, and south of Gaga. And the new enemy came, the usurper of Wadayar dynasty, Hyder Ali, to conquer lot of territories of Marathas too. At the same time, other power, Carnatic Nawab or Arcot Nawab at Arcot on Palar river, south of east of Vellore, also became a subservient nominal and came under the control of Madras presidency of Madras city and Chengalpattu. So British were the de facto ruler. De jure ruler were Muhammad Ali Wallaza, the nominal ruler, controlled by the British. Excuse me. In 1795, Marathas, the Scindia, Madhavrao Scindia, and the Holkar, Tukojrao Holkar, the Peshwa Madhavrao II, and all fought together, Gaikwad and Bhonsle, and decisively defeated Nizam Ali Khan, the father of Sikindar. So, this was a major battle during the time of John Shore, the Governor General, the successor of Lord Cornwallis, who followed non-intervention policy, means he didn't intervene the local native rulers' affairs. After that, when Richard Wellesley came to India, Nizam Ali Khan, the Asaf II, immediately went and accepted the subsidiary alliance which was formalized by Richard Wellesley. Subsidiary alliance means forces, subsidized means paid. A contingent of British trained, recruited, controlled forces will be positioned in Hyderabad territory, will protect the Nizam from external aggressors, internal subverters. Nizam has to pay the army. That army British can use anywhere outside the Nizam's territory also. Essentially, army is recruited, trained, controlled, maintained, administered by the British at the cost of the subsidies provided by the local ruler, here Hyderabad Nizam. Subsidy will be mostly in the cash, money paid, or sometimes if he pays into arrears, he can give the territories. Nizam got into arrears due to mismanagement of his territory, gave the territory south of Tungabhadra, west of Nalamala, eastern Ghats, and north of Pala river called ceded districts Ballari, Kurnool, Anantapur, Kadapa, Chittur. Later again he fell into arrears and gave the territory south of Ajanta range, west of Vardha river, and east of Khandesh, called south of Satpura, north of Ajanta, west of Vardha, east of Khandesh or Purna, called bearer territory, called Buldana, Akola, Washim, Melghat, Amravati, Vani, Pusad, Yavatmal, those areas. This is called ring fence policy. The native Hindu rulers were unable to comprehend what is its meaning really. That means by subsidiary alliance that was first signed by Nizam in 1798, still Nana Fadnis, the last erudite advisor and de facto the ruler of Maratha Empire, was there, still survived. He passed away in 1800, round about February or so. At that time, the subsidiary alliance was accepted by the Nizam, already the ruler of Audh, ruler of Karnataka, the ruler of Mysore, everything. That means overnight, by 1801, the British were the masters from Tittukorin and Tirunelveli, Madurai, Ramanathapuram, and entire Coromandel region, and Cuttack and Balsore. Their territory in Bengal Presidency touched Arkan in Burma, and territory in northwest touched Maratha territory in the Doab. That means next to Roorkee, Nazina, Nazibabad, Kashipur, Kicha, Katima, Haldwani, close to Nepal border, Garhwal, Kumaon, Tehri Garhwal. All thus their territory, even though they were ruled by local ruler, they were the de facto power, invisible to their adversaries. Thus called ring fence policy. Thus the way the local Hindu intellectualism failed to understand and formulate the strategies against their adversaries. Nizam's second Asaf passed away, I think 1803 or 1804, 1803, and his son and successor Sikindar just succeeded, and the treaty was more formalized. British force moved into Hyderabad state, now called Princely State. It is not called Hyderabad state anymore. The term is carefully coined by the British legal experts, a princely state of Hyderabad and Berar, because it accepted the subsidiary alliance. It became the subsidiary power, protected force. The paramount power was East India Company Bahadur. The main force, main power, Hyderabad is subsidiary power, secondary power. It has only internal administration, always supervised by the resident sitting in Hyderabad, and his decisions at critical point very, very important. Essentially, it's like a province in a bigger state. So, that's what it is, subsidiary alliance, a protectorate, a subservient power. And for the British contingent, the area was allocated by Sikindar Jah, the son and successor of Nizam Ali Khan. Sikindar Jah was the third Asaf III, and the city across the lake Hussain Sagar was named after him, called Sikindrabad. That is, we can see, Sikindar Asaf Jah III. Actually, he was the sixth Nizam. The three Asaf Zahs and intervening three more Nizams were there. The sixth was Asaf Jah III, and he was born in Chowmahalla Palace, outskirts of Hyderabad, and died in Hyderabad and buried in Makkah Masjid opposite to Charminar. And he reigned from 1803 after his father to 29. That means almost 26 years and so. Predecessor was his father, Nizam Ali Khan Asaf Jah II. Successor was his son, Nazirud-Dawla Asaf Jah IV. He was born in Chowmahalla Palace, Kilwat in Hyderabad, Telangana today. At the age of 61, passed away the normal death, buried in Mecca Masjid. His allegiance was not to the Mughal emperor, whereas his predecessor at least has a formal allegiance for a lot of years was Mughal emperor. He was a ruler of princely state of Hyderabad, a protectorate of British East India Company. That is about Sikindar Jah Asaf Jah III, his life and time from 1803 to 1829, nearly 30 years or so. Islamic imperialism, which was established at Devagiri, Daulatabad, near Aurangabad by Bahmanis and consolidated by the successor state and Mughals and firmly established by Asaf Jah, became subservient to British imperialism established by the British East India Company in Carnatic Wars and Battle of Palasi in Nadia Murshidabad district region east of Bhagirathi, the Hooghly River in the Bengal Delta or Bhagirathi Plains, and after Battle of Buxar in 1764 on the bank Ganga region in the Sonpar area of today's Bihar. And Hyderabad Sipahi Salar, the leader of armies, the title of the Nizam, except the British Salars, British soldiers, British Sipahis, Salars, their leaders, that is the resident, and become subservient. Sipahi Salar become subservient to Angrezi Salars, Angrezi leaders, residents at Hyderabad Contonement area in Sikindrabad. That is in brief about the life and time of Sikindar Jah, that is Asaf Jah III, in Hyderabad princely state, Hyderabad and Berar in Deccan. And thank you very much for your support, subscriptions, compliments and suggestions for South Asia. And we'll see you later.